Welcome back, guys. Today I'll be showing you how to go from 0 to 500k in EAFC. So if you're new around here and you need a team like mine, or even better, you are in the right place. Just make sure to subscribe. We've got some Christmas giveaways coming. And of course, if you want some coins maybe in a bit of a quicker way, well, if you guys are fed up of coming against nicks like me and foot champs who use loans and OP cards from day one,
I'm getting really sick of you! Get out now!
Then you need to head over to mitchcactus.com, where not only can you buy the cheapest and most reliable FIFA coins on the EA market, you'll find over 10,000 reviews from people who have used the services and enjoyed them in the past. So make sure to head over to mitchcactus.com and use code RECALL for 5% off. But of course, we're going to start off by having a look at some of these new players. So we want to head over to the new type of players. You've got Ultimate Dynasties and then Ultimate Dynasties Icon. So first of all, we're just going to look at the Ultimate Dynasties. Of course, they're going to be the cheaper ones to start off with. Now, if we go over to Germany, we've actually got an absolute ton in the German side of things. So we want to go first of all to Bundesliga, and we want to go for a minimum of around 40k, I believe. Now I do need to check on the cards what their minimums and maxes is, but we should have, as you can see, Sane. We've got Schlotterbeck there as well. And if we have a look further down, I think we've got Ritz as well. So there's a couple options here. On the lower end, all you want to do is pop this to, I think, around 60. If we pop that here, that's where we're going to start finding Schlotterbeck. Now, the other option is to go midfielder, and that's going to give you Ritz and Sane, who are quite close in value as well. Now, at 64k, realistically, 10% on the EA tax is going to be 6.4, and you half that for the 5%, which is 3.2. So realistically, I'd say actually you can pick these up at 60k. That would probably be the right number to go for Schlotterbeck there. 60k, maybe 61 at a push, and then try sell on for 66. But if you're selling it at 65, you want to buy it at 60. It gives you almost a 2k profit, which is actually a really decent profit. I think at this stage of the year, it's quite easy to pick him up, and he's not really a sought after player, so there's not going to be a huge amount of competition. Now, if you move over, of course, to the midfielder filter, where you're going to be looking at a little bit of a higher price, and luckily we've got two players there, you're going to be going up. If we have a look for Germany, we're probably looking at more like 120, 130k. You can see Sane, 100k seems about right. So let's just check what the cheapest one is. It looks like 105, which means EA tax on that, you're probably looking, okay, one's just been listed at 100. EA tax at 105 is going to be 10k, I think. No, 5k, about 5k. So 97,500 is about where we want to be, maybe even 97. And the 100k one we saw there, if we could sell it for 110, would be good. And because he's just going under that, we probably need to go that a little bit more. Now we can check where these other guys cap out. I assume these other German guys, oh, they're not midfielders, so yeah, we don't even need to have the minimum. We can literally just go 90k, brilliant, or 90, 97. Not 15 mil. You can see I'm a little bit out of practice, a little bit tired, but we do want to get ourselves a Sane. That's the aim. We're going to try a bit of compare price because we've not had one come up yet. Realistically, it's definitely possible you can get some big snipes on him. I think it's unfortunate that right now a lot of the big packs are untradeable. So we've not got as many people who are going to be opening those or even listing him based off of those. I reckon he's packed a lot in that massive pack that they've released. I mean, if we have a look at it, it's probably done a dent in the market, and there's definitely some investments to have a look at around it. But it's absolutely insane. If we have a look over in the promo packs, you've got I think it's 500k pack. Yeah, 500k, 70 rare gold, all rated 83 or higher, with 5 guaranteed to be 87. You're guaranteed essentially an Ultimate Dynasties player. I can imagine Sane is absolutely in a ton of those, but we're not going to touch those because we're going to avoid the gamble packs for a little bit. Now for the next one, what we're going to do is we're going to be having a look at some of the Premier League players. If you head to the Prem for this one, we've got Hodgland there at 312k. We've got Reece James there at 500. But if you trickle down a little bit, we've got Timber here at around 200,000 coins. And I reckon that card is probably pretty unbelievable. It looks very, very nice. And I'd like to try it out in game. I think some of these Dynasties players, I mean, certainly Reece James is arguably going to be the best right back in the game. We haven't got a Walker special card yet. Once that comes out, game's going to change a little bit. If Walker has the potential to be in an Evo, then I'm absolutely smashing him in. But as it stands, we're pretty dry in terms of centre backs. Now, this guy's going for 200,000 coins. EA tax on that is going to be 10,000 coins. So realistically, you need to pick him up at 180. I don't really think there's many on the market at 210 even. So you could try and push this one out at maybe a 210, which means you could pick him up for 190 and you're going to still be making a profit. I don't know if the menus have just broke on me. It looks like they have. Let's get back on, just to have a look at some of the other options. Realistically, a good one is actually looking at the James brother and sister pairing. We're going to go over to the market, and you just want to hit dynasties and English. So obviously there is a big difference in pricing between the two of them. I think the sister is exactly half the price of Reece James. So I think Lauren James, yeah, she's about 320, 500. So realistically, he's about 200k off. She's not exactly the same price as him. She's not going to come up as much as him, or sorry, he's not going to come up as much as her, but it's still a filter that works. There's definitely the potential of getting a Reece, but it's a good filter on just her, being that she goes for 230. Realistically, you want to go EA tax is 10% half, so it'd be 23 half, which is about 12k. So here you're making just under 10k. We probably want to actually go to 200. So you're needing quite a good snipe on her to make a good bit. But it's definitely possible. I would actually argue it's probably easier to do it on a compare price with her. You're looking for about 210 or lower, really. I think 210 is kind of the higher end of what you pay for her on a snipe, but it's definitely one where you can get a good one. I would suggest potentially bidding between her and James, just going through a few pages if you've got the coins to do so. Of course, another kind of obvious one, if you do have the coins for, and I'm not going to have the coins for this for a while, is the left back in French. So you've got Mendy here and Hernandez, both absolutely phenomenal cards. I don't know how they're going to fare up against Team of the Year, so I reckon they will drop, but right now they're going to be big for making some absolute dollar. I think Mendy, I suppose, probably won't ever get another better card because he's not been good enough to get Team of the Year, so that might be the best Mendy card we see this year. In the icon section, just having a look, it's really not one where you can make a ton. The icons minimum at 30, and a lot of them are at that 30 point. The ones that you can kind of go for, looking at the list, it is a bit of a difficult watch. You probably looking at Hagi Brothers. That's probably the best chance. I don't think you've really got everything else, so you can go for Romania, the home of Top G. And we can head over to the icons, and realistically you can make up to 30k a card on the worst Hagi card, and then on a better one you're looking at maybe, I mean, if you get him at 70k you're making about 100k, but the worst one, he's still got a bracket there, so you can sell him for as low as 30. He's up there for 69, so that was a little bit cheaper than maybe he's worth. I think he's going for 75, 73, so 69. EA tax on this one, we'll say 74 for the sale. EA tax 10%, but you probably you know what, 69 would have actually been a good snipe. If we're selling them at that price, yeah, 69 would have been good. So we've just missed a pretty good snipe there, but means you guys can go and get one. Make sure to subscribe because I have, as always, enjoyed making the video for you, and I'll see you tomorrow.